Welcome to Read with Dee. Today I'm going to be reading The 12 Dancing Princesses. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king who had 12 beautiful daughters. The king loved his daughters very much and was very protective of them. And so he made his daughters all sleep in one room, with a door that locked from the outside. Curiously, every morning the shoes of the 12 princesses were always well worn, as if they had been danced in all night. But every night, the king saw that no one left or entered their room. Utterly stumped, the king let it be known across the land that whoever could solve the mystery of the worn shoes could marry the princess of his choosing. A prince arrived at the castle and was taken to the chamber next to the princess's room, where he could watch and listen. But the prince fell asleep, and when he awoke, he could not explain where the princesses had gone or how their shoes had become so worn. After this prince came another, and then a nobleman. They both quickly fell asleep, and the princess's shoes were even more worn than ever the next day. The king became frustrated and banished them all. Meanwhile, a poor soldier heard about the mystery of the worn shoes and the reward of marrying a princess. The soldier was brave and cunning and liked to solve puzzles. And so he set off toward the castle, determined to solve the mystery himself. While walking through the woods, the soldier heard a cry for help. He ran towards the sound and saw an old woman crying out for help in a river. The current was very quick, and she would soon be swept away. The soldier grabbed a branch and held it out to the woman. "Grab hold!" he called, and with his quick thinking and strength, she was saved. Together, they built a fire, and the soldier gave the old woman his cloak to warm up. They began to talk, and the soldier confessed that he was going to the castle to solve the puzzle of the 12 princesses and their worn-out shoes. "If you are going to uncover their secret, you will need some help," said the old woman. The old woman was really a sorceress. She pulled the soldier's cloak over her head and whispered some mysterious words. It was now a magical cloak that turned the wearer invisible. "How can I ever thank you?" asked the soldier, admiring the cloak. "Your kindness and bravery saved my life. I am repaying the favor," replied the sorceress. "But be warned, do not drink anything the princesses offer you. It will surely put you to sleep." The next morning, the soldier and the sorceress parted ways. They wished each other well, and the soldier set off toward the castle. He ran through the forest as fast as he could, so that he would be sure to arrive before the princesses went to bed. The soldier received a royal welcome at the castle. Just like the princess and the nobleman before him, the soldier was asked to spend the night in the room next to the bedchamber of the 12 mysterious princesses. As the soldier looked around, the eldest of the 12 princesses entered the room. "Welcome, please have a glass of wine," said the princess. The soldier remembered the sorceress's warning and poured the wine into a plant as the princess left. He then lay down and began snoring loudly. When the princesses heard the snoring, they all jumped out of bed and began to change into their prettiest gowns and jewels. But the youngest princess was unsure and told her sister that she was worried. "Don't worry, little sister. My sleeping potion has put many men to sleep," said the eldest princess. Seeing that her sister was still worried, the 2 princesses went to the room next door. The soldier appeared to be fast asleep, with the empty wine glass nearby. "It's too bad he'll be banished in the morning," thought the eldest princess. "He looks quite charming." Reassured, the 2 princesses returned to their room. The soldier silently put on the magic cloak and tiptoed behind them. Inside the princess's bedchamber, the carpet in the center of the room had been rolled up. The eldest princess stood above it and clapped her hands 3 times. Then she tapped her foot 3 times. On the 3rd tap of her foot, a door opened, revealing a hidden staircase. The eldest princess went down the staircase first, followed by her 11 sisters. The soldier rushed behind them and accidentally stepped on the youngest princess's dress. "There's someone here! Someone just stepped on my dress!" cried the youngest princess. "Your dress must have gotten snagged on a nail. There's no one there," replied the eldest. At the bottom of the stairs, the princesses and the soldier stepped into a grove of sparkling trees with beautiful silver leaves. The soldier knew that he would need proof and snapped off a branch. "Did you hear that?" called the youngest princess. "Don't worry, little sister. One of us must have stepped on a twig," comforted the eldest. The soldier followed the skipping and twirling princesses, and soon they were in a new grove of trees with gleaming gold leaves. Over the hill, the leaves of other trees shone like sparkling diamonds. The soldier took a branch from each kind of tree. When the youngest princess heard the snapping of branches, the eldest princess was sure that her younger sister was scared and imagining things. The 12 princesses arrived at a lake, where 12 boats with 12 princes were waiting for them. The soldier carefully stepped into the last boat and joined the youngest princess and prince. "I must be tired tonight. We're going slower than the others, and the boat seems heavier than usual," said the young prince. The boats arrived at the shore of a great castle. The soldier followed the princesses into a beautiful ballroom. The princesses began to dance. They waltzed and leaped and swayed and twirled. With all their dancing, their shoes began to wear out. The soldier had solved the mystery of the shoes. When they grew tired from dancing, they drank from shining gold cups. The soldier took one of the golden cups as more proof of where they had been. As dawn approached, the princesses left the way they came, and the soldier followed them back. He slipped into the other room and pretended to be asleep. Before long, he heard the sounds of voices. "You see, he is still sound asleep, and our secret is safe," said the eldest princess to the youngest. Later that morning, the soldier was called before the king. "Do you know why my daughter's shoes are worn to pieces every morning?" asked the king. The soldier told the story of the trapdoor, the magical forest, the gleaming cups, and the dancing in the ballroom. He offered the gleaming twins and the golden cup as proof. The princesses were very surprised, but they couldn't deny the truth. The king was so relieved to have solved the mystery that he wasn't mad at his daughters for sneaking away. The king then asked the soldier which princess he would like to marry. "Your Majesty, the princesses are all beautiful, but the eldest is also clever, adventurous, and kind," said the soldier. The eldest princess was delighted, and they were soon married. At their wedding, they had a grand ball all night, where they danced until their shoes wore out. The end. I hope you liked this video, and please subscribe to our channel.